Hello, we are from Group 2 and now we are going to present about unemployment. So, what is unemployment? Unemployment refers to a person in the 15 to 64 ages who is actively searching for employment and willing to work. They have been temporarily laid off. Now, let me introduce the types of unemployment. There are 4 types of unemployment, which are frictional unemployment, cyclical unemployment, seasonal unemployment, and structural unemployment. Firstly, frictional unemployment. Frictional unemployment refers to people who are unemployed or just entering the workforce. It is a kind of voluntary employment transitions within the economy. Next, cyclical unemployment. It is a type of unemployment that caused by changes in the business cycle during a contraction phase that led to a slump in demand for labor due to the falling in demand from consumers. It relates to macroeconomic situation, and this situation will cause the business layoff workers and unemployment rate to increase. Third, seasonal unemployment. It is a type of unemployment that caused by natural changes in weather or seasons. It takes place in locations that have high volumes of tourists that depending on the time of year and season. Yet, when season changes, people will get their job back. Farmers, construction workers, and landscapers are involving in this type of unemployment. Lastly, structural unemployment. It refers to changes in the economy that make certain workers obsolete because their skills are no longer needed. They will have difficult time to find a new job and they must be retrained for the new job market. This type of unemployment is influenced directly by the economy and it can last for years. Today, the COVID-19 pandemic has increased the unemployment rate in Malaysia, especially for the graduates, which make it hard for them to find a new job. This situation can be classified as cyclical unemployment.
So next, I will talk about statistics of unemployment in Malaysia. So as you can see here, there is 2 pie chart for unemployed category on January 2021 and February 2021. So during the month, the actively unemployed person, which is defined as those who were available for work and were actively seeking job, reduced by 9.8,000%, which is 1.4% to 647.4,000%. So for the next slide, as you can see here, this is a row chart that represent unemployed category on January 2021 and February 2021. So the yellow one represents January 2021, while the green one represents February 2021. Those who were unemployed for less than 3 months accounted for 50.6% of the actively unemployed. Meanwhile, 11.3% of actively unemployed were in long-term unemployment 6 months or more than a year. In February 2021, the number of inactively unemployed who believed that there were no jobs available rose by 3.8% to 130.1,000%.
Next, what is the factors of unemployment? There are 6 factors of unemployment. The first factor is economic recession. When economic recessions occur, the demand for goods and services will decrease. Firms also will decide to decrease the amount of output, so workers will be reduced. The second factor is attitude of labor. Unemployment also occurs due to the low mobility of the labor force themselves. Besides, the labor force is too picky about the job. The third factor is lack of skill and work experience. An employer prefers skilled and experienced workers because their productivity is higher, and employer no need to spend money and time to provide training to them. The fourth factor is change of season and weather. Although Malaysia does not have experience for season as other country, but our country also faces the monsoon season. The fifth factor is development of technology. When modern technology is used, the labor force will be replaced. The last factor is increase in wage rate. If wage rate increase occurred in the country without increase in productivity, the cost of production of the firm will be increased. and this will cause the labor will be replaced with capital, such as machine.
Now, let's move on to the ways to solve unemployment. First, a policy that implies on education and training. This kind of policy aiming to provide the long-term unemployed person a new skill to enable them to find job in developing industries. For example, retrain an unemployed steel worker to have basic IT skills that will help them to find job in service sector. Second, an anti-discrimination policy. This kind of policy aiming to hire employees without any discrimination toward characteristics such as gender, race, disability, and age. This policy is to protect employees from any unfair treatment. For example, employers should hire a disabled person regardless the disability as long as the person fits the job description.
Third, my future job introduced by the government is COVID-19 initiative, aiming to provide a universal employment platform and free labor market service for all job seekers, encouraging social inclusion, particularly in recruitment processes. Example, list of programs and services that can help employers adapt and grow their skill set, gain a firmer foothold in their search for a job and prepare them for their job application. Fourth, using a gig as a work platforms, aiming to empower SME to hire staff on demand without necessarily incurring the full-time cost, ultimately providing a recovery-friendly solution that does not impose a long-term contracts and instead allow businesses to scale up operation through bite-sized working shift gradually. Example, florists can run their entire business through online orders from their website. Conclusion. In conclusion, there are many factors that can cause unemployment and it will lead to many negative impacts on Malaysia economy. Many people are suffering from this issue because they need to work so that they have income for living. Hence, effective strategy that focus on policy and new platforms are needed to tackle this unemployment issue towards achieving sustainable and stable development in Malaysia. That's all from us. Thank you for watching.